Hey folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Today's date is Tuesday, August 23rd, 2016. Well, the spiders have faded off the highs of the day, but the markets are still fractionally positive, up about 1/3%. Interesting here, take a look at the highs of the day. Look at how many tails were formed. That means there were a lot of sellers up there that just wouldn't let the market break above this level, and it all comes back to technical analysis. So if you see here, this was your previous pivot top, and this was actually the former all-time high on the market. So just draw a straight line across as I did, and you can see right into that area. Plus, there's a former upsloping trend line here. See how it connects through all the way from here, all the way through these little pivots? All right, if I zoom out or zoom back even further, you can see it goes all the way back to mid-July. So it's basically over a month old this trend line begins, and it's still having an impact on this market. So again, take that pivot, connect it to this one, right through here, right through these little pivot tops, and if we continue to follow that through, it goes right up to today's highs. So just the fact that you had a high pivot double top there, which was from here and this sloping line, was enough to keep that high from breaking through and pulling, and ultimately it pulled the markets back. All right. On the other side of the coin, when the markets have floated down, we kind of kissed this little area of support, and it seems to be support area. And if you can see, it's a gap fill. So there was a former gap fill here. We gapped above it. We came back into it, and that's what's holding the market in check. Markets got a little bounce into the 20 MA and are stalling on an intraday basis. Volume today continues to be exceptionally light. Exceptionally light. Almost 31 million here as it's 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. Now, I think the markets would be down more, but more shady shenanigans continue in this market. Take a look at oil today. Oil was trading lower, continuing the fall from yesterday. Then all of a sudden, a rumor hit the markets that Iran might, maybe, possibly, 1 in a million chance, but they might be thinking about helping to cut production of oil. Well, what does the oil chart do? It spikes up, shorts cover, and now you have oil trading green on the day, which, as we know, helps individual names such as, oil names, Halliburton, and so forth, as well as other stocks, energy stocks out there. So again, I thought that was fascinating because, it's honestly, we know that Iran's not going to cut production. All these countries in the Middle East, they want to produce as much as they can because they know that if they produce less, some other country will take their production and put that on the market anyways. So sometimes you hear about OPEC thinking about a cut in production. These countries all cheat. They say, yeah, we'll only do 1 million barrels a day, and then they really do 1.1 million because they know they can slide it on the market and get that higher price for it because the cut pushed up oil. So, it's just amazing to me how this kind of shady nonsense, especially today. Today, the markets were starting to roll over even more so, and then this hit, and that's totally kept the markets from rolling over in a significant fashion. Very shady price action, guys. Very shady. But, listen, that's what the market's about right now. With the light volume, with the volume as light as it is, the lightest historically I have ever seen in the SPY. I remember even in 2007, we were still doing like 60, 70 million a day. Lately, in the last month, we've had days of 35, 40, 45, 50 million. That's incredible. Today, we're probably on pace for about 55 million, which is still ridiculously light. Still absolutely ridiculously light. Anyways, bottom line is, that's one of the reasons why I think the markets have not fallen as sharply as they could have off the highs because oil did save the day. My guess is an institution was probably long oil and got caught in this downdraft over the last couple days, so needed to get oil up so they could unload into it. Therefore, they released a rumor. And again, will the SEC investigate? Nope. Nope, they won't. No, they don't do that stuff. Anyways, bottom line is interesting price action, guys. And again, going back to the spiders, you can see the spiders have stalled out on their fall. It's a good fade today. It's nothing wrong with the fade, but the volume's too light to really continue over lunchtime here as the volume just continues to get lighter. One stock I'm looking at that seems very weak today, it's actually doing all right on an intraday basis, but what I want to warn you about is Chipotle. Think about this. Stock market just made a new all-time high today. I repeat, all-time high. Now, it pulled back a few pennies off the highs, but it's still right there. Look at Chipotle, guys. I mean, this should concern any investor. Has Chipotle rallied? No. It's right near the 52-week multi-year lows. If it breaks, and this is a heads up, if you break 385 and close below it, this stock goes down to 360 and then potentially 250. But think about it from just a divergence standpoint, like what's strong, what's weak. The markets should be setting the bar. Everything should virtually be performing right around what the market's doing. Chipotle to be this negative, to have no bounce and be right at the 52-week lows, is a warning sign that something is amiss. Something is dramatically wrong. And it's very likely that any sort of small pullback in the markets will shoot Chipotle down to new lows, break that 385 level, and you'll see it spike all the way down to 360 and then potentially 250. All right? Anyways, enough said for today. We'll see what the markets do. We'll see what oil does into the end of the day. I will talk to you soon. Take care.